Yo, what's going on, boys? Just got done with some chest and some back, a little bit of cardio as well. Today's the cardio day. Today actually is my 5th year anniversary at the company I work for as an engineer. So pretty exciting. 5 years is big. You know, a lot of people like to bounce around different companies, and that's one way to do it. But there also is a lot of value in staying with a company for at least 2 years. And honestly, I've really enjoyed where I've been. So why change it up? You know, I think there is value to moving around and stuff like that, but I'm able to see some growth here and the continuation. I mean, the pay is great. Everything's great. I enjoy the team. And in fact, they even say this is the best team to be on when you're at this company. And so it kind of like hit the jackpot in a way. And this is something I set out to do before I graduated college. I remember I said, I want to do this type of engineering and work with this kind of stuff. And I honestly had no idea how I was going to do that before I even graduated. I literally said it. And it's noted, you know, all over the place. There's like some videos on it. It's funny because I used to play the trumpet in a band at college, and they announced it to everybody that the seniors were going to want to do this. And I hadn't even had a job lined up. I hadn't nothing. I was going to go back and move in with my parents and then start applying and then go from there. And so how I was going to do this dream job, as I call it, I don't even know. You know, I just kind of wanted to do it and was going to figure out a way to get there. And so we got there. And so it's been actually really awesome. But I will say this, the money isn't coming for you. And so I had to build up a rec for the next level up because they don't have one. And that's okay. But my point is my boss wasn't going to come to me and say, hey, do you want to build a rec? They want to see some initiative. They want to see that you're already doing higher level work before they go and do something. Does that make sense? If they don't see that, then they're not going to want to do anything with you. Does that make sense? They're going to be like, oh, well, he doesn't want to put in initiative. He doesn't want to try to do anything more. So why should we give him more money? When he's just doing the basic bare minimum work, why should we care? And I can understand coming from a place where, you know, I don't really like the job I'm doing. This isn't anything I want to do at the moment. So why bother, right? But, you know, if you really enjoy the work you do, why not give it your best all? And honestly, you should be giving your best at everything. Because even if you are in a trashy job, and I've had a few, okay, I still gave it 100% because guess what? You can use that on your resume and talk about it, about how you were a leader and then went up from there. That's exactly how I worded on my resume. So just because, you know, for me, I worked at this furniture store well, it wasn't a store, but we basically delivered furniture and like set up houses with like towels and like kitchenware and everything and beds and stuff like this for people that would come rent. And I worded it in a way where it wasn't just, I was a furniture driver. I worded it in a way that was like, I was a leader. I was in charge of a group of 4 to get the job done in a timely, efficient manner to the highest quality and efficiency possible. There is a total difference between that and saying that, you know, low valuing yourself and saying, I was just this $14 an hour worker in a warehouse. You see the difference? And so, you know, wherever you're working right now is a blessing. Believe that. Because if you don't believe that, I don't know what you're going to believe. Sure, maybe your job is trashy, but find a way to make it a positive for the next job. And let me tell you, that's going to build up on its resume. In fact, I'm actually super proud of some of the old jobs I had that weren't that great, because now I'm able to go in and say, hey, I was able to be a leader in these positions. I was able to take responsibility and have discipline to come in every single day on time, to be there for my dudes, okay? To be there for my boys. And I think that's awesome. And so even if it is a job that you don't really want to do, make sure that you're putting in 110%. Okay, you hear it all the time, but it is true. And but yeah, back to my 5 years now, taking the initiative to go ahead and push forward to the next level. Okay, because again, no one's coming to save you, no one's coming to give you more money. And so if you want to be able to do that, you can, but it's going to be important that you go for it. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're just honestly wasting your time. So yeah, that was kind of on my mind today, you know, as my 5 years came through. And, you know, some of the comments, because they were making, some of the coworkers had written stuff to me, and, you know, it kind of stood out. It was like, hey, look at these cool memories we did back in the day. Thanks for being such an integral part of the team. And then one of the new guys was like, hey, thank you for paving the way, because I was a bit of a guinea pig in the way that they've built up their leveling. And so I've been kind of blessed to be able to do that for them. But I also enjoyed it along the way. And so coming up with new ideas and pushing everything forward, okay, because you don't want to just be stagnant for too long, has been a remarkable feat for this team. And it's been great. So I encourage you, for whatever work you're doing, to put in 110% effort. I don't care if you're working at a grocery store. Think outside the box just a little bit, because, you know, a lot of people aren't paid to think outside the box too much. And so if you can think just a little bit more than the average person, now you're actually becoming better than the normal people. And that's going to stand out a lot more versus, well, I just went to work, I did my job, and I went home. Okay, bro, you're just going to be like average, like everybody else. If that's what you want to do, then that's totally cool. And you can go live your average, boring life and go home and do the same stuff all over again. And, you know, never get anywhere. Complain about girls, complain about money, and then wonder why your life is trash. And that's kind of a hard, you know, pill to swallow in a way, because I've been there. I've seen people do it, you know, and I really try to encourage them, because I think that it's important to give it your best shot, you know, and if you don't, then okay, you're going to have some regrets potentially. But some people aren't even open, or aren't even like, the reticular activation system, what your mind focuses on, okay, what you look at expands, isn't even on trying to be better. It's just surviving or being there, and that's okay in certain time frames, but you should always be focusing on a North Star, on something that is bigger than that, something you really want to do. So dig down deep. What is it you really want to do? Because it's more, life is more than just a job, right? So initiative on everything though, and that transfers to everything. What's the initiative to go to the gym? What's the initiative to take your buddies to the gym with you? How about the initiative to build up a training program for yourself, or to hire somebody, or to take the initiative to go to the store and buy good food, you know, and set the example for you and your friends, okay, as the friend leader now, okay, and maybe you're gonna have friends drop off, well, fine, who cares? But this is the kind of, you know, initiative leaders need to have. And so this is what I really just, I love it. I love this kind of stuff. And, you know, I'm still looking forward to potentially being an Air Force officer. We don't know yet, but we're still going for it. And I'm just, we don't want to have any regrets. Okay, so no regrets, 100% initiative. And then if you're in a job that you don't enjoy, still give it your all, because whatever experience you work on, try to frame it in a leadership way. And actually try to do leadership stuff. Try to think outside the box. Try to think like your manager. That's one thing I really noticed, is if you can think like your boss, they're going to love you. I actually told my boss that today. I said, hey, I was trying to think like you a little bit today, and this is the reason I put this in the rec instead of the other stuff. And he's like, I like that. And so we changed it, because you're thinking like him. And so that's how you get people on your side, on your team. And you start thinking more like the leader, like a manager. And that's how you make more money. That's how you're respected more, you know, and it just, your life starts to level up. Okay. And you just start those compounding wins, right? And you just start to feel good, because momentum is what you want. It's really hard to start moving. Like right now, this car is just sitting right here. If you're laying in bed, it's going to be a lot harder for you to get up than if you were already kind of up in the kitchen getting something to just continue to kind of get ready to go, right? If you're standing up, it's already easier than if you're laying down. And so momentum is huge. And so keep that in mind, as well as taking good initiative. But anyway, boys, I'll talk to y'all in the next video. In a world full of fakeness and deception, keep dominating your realities. See you later.